state's AAA credit rating was already under immense pressure. As I detailed to the Parliament last June, the state was already breaching many of the metrics that various rating agencies use to decide whether or not we have AAA status. Of course, the AAA rating agencies did reiterate our AAA after the September budget, but I've just got to be honest and upfront with the people of New South Wales. It's again under massive pressure as a result of this decision. In terms of the response of the government, yesterday I met with the other treasurers through the Board of Treasurers, in which I've made it very clear that New South Wales will now be the last state standing when it comes to engaging with the Commonwealth on key agreements, including our health system and including our education system. I equally gave them the opportunity to thank New South Wales for the distribution that's now coming from our state. Unfortunately, none of the other states said thank you to New South Wales, despite the fact that we are subsidising their budgets as a result. I can say that I will be going to the Council of Federal Financial Relations this Friday to express New South Wales's view that this entire process is absurd, that an absurd system like this cannot last, and it's in the interest of the entire Federation that we have reform. Again, I agree with the former Treasurer Perrottet when he made these exact same points back in 2018, at the last time New South Wales had its share cut. Ultimately, the people of New South Wales should not be missing out on the resources they need to access world-class public services. Yesterday's decision by the Commonwealth Grants Commission shows just how out of touch they are. New South Wales should not have to pay the price.
Thank you, Daniel. Before we take questions, and I realise there's a lot of interest in the bill, but the Treasurer is right. I just want to make a few comments about GST payments and support from the Commonwealth Government. It's really important to note that as a result of the latest changes, our share of the GST drops, and rather than getting 92 cents in the dollar, it's dropped all the way down to 86.7 cents in the dollar. When you put that side by side with the Commonwealth's contribution to infrastructure, which has fallen to 24% of overall infrastructure spending for the country, and over the next 10 years is projected to be just 23%. So 23%, that's our share of federal infrastructure spending over the next 10 years. That's notwithstanding the fact that New South Wales has 31% of the country's population, and we take in 37% of new migrants from countries around the world. So this is a terrible set of circumstances for Australia's largest state. By any objective measure, we are getting billions of dollars taken out of New South Wales to subsidise Western Australia and Victoria. Western Australia and Victoria. For the first time ever, money will be taken out of the pockets of the hard-working men and women of New South Wales and sent south to Victoria. Their payments jump to $2.5 billion, and New South Wales loses $1.6 billion. Now, Treasurer will tell you, if you go and speak to the Commonwealth Government, they'll say, well, these are all just GST relativities. This is the dark arts of the Commonwealth GST carve-up. I just want to make this really simple request of the Prime Minister and the Treasurer. Is this accidental or is it deliberate? Because I think the taxpayers of New South Wales need to understand why we're currently in a situation where so much money is being withdrawn from Australia's largest state and instead sent down to Victoria. It's never happened before in Australia's history that we've been subsidising a massive state like Victoria. It's unclear to me why that is the case, and something has to change here. But the big question here is it accidental or is it deliberate?